take it. Reynolds?
Okay, so Alex, we've got the rain, which is a big story. We've got the drought, that's another one. But another huge topic, it's the heat, the dangerous heat. At least 40 of the 50 states are going to deal with temperatures that are going to be in the 90s. And let's see, roughly 200 million people are going to be basically dealing with this heat wave. And we're going to be really taking a look at how it could impact the economy. Now, here to discuss the implications is the weather company's business and weather analyst, Paul Walsh. Paul, as always, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Good morning, Reynolds.
How does a heat wave of this magnitude, this expansive, impact the economy?
Well, as you mentioned, over 200 million people are going to be impacted by weather conditions that are extreme, in this case, extreme heat. That is relentless, too. It happens for many days in a row, so it has significant impacts on the entire country. From a health perspective, that's probably one of the biggest impacts. Of course, we know that heat waves actually are a silent killer. It's one of the most dangerous weather elements. To put that into perspective, in France, about 10 years ago, there was a heat wave that killed thousands of people. We saw the same in Chicago as well. So we see an increase in people going to emergency rooms. It impacts the most vulnerable of us. It impacts agriculture. So we'll see probably extreme heat and drought in the Corn Belt, which could impact the prices at the cash register. And, of course, it impacts all of us. There's more of us staying home, paying more to cool our homes, and it has an impact in terms of just the way that we feel and what we do. So it impacts everything, basically.
Okay, Paul, super fast. You said that these events are increasing. So how do businesses, how do government agencies prepare for more of these kind of events?
Well, these events are very predictable. We've been talking about the risk of a heat wave here for probably a month or so. Governments then take that information and they factor that into their plan so they're better prepared, and they can be better prepared to help the most vulnerable of us in the big cities, for example, and be able to better deal with these impacts because they know that these things are going to be happening more frequently as we move into the future.
Last thing, any change in the weather company's summer forecast?
No, it's going to be a very, very hot summer, probably one of the hottest we've seen in many, many years.
Paul Walsh, a great man with not so great news for us. Paul, thanks so much for joining us this morning. All right, folks, well, as AMHQ Weekend continues this morning, we've got to talk about the threat of severe weather. It is going to be on the move again today. We're going to show